yesterday. Of course, we've seen that they are capable of big performances, right? That takedown against Liquid, that was absolutely massive. EG in the end showing us that they are there, right? They're there on Mirage. Cirque popping off for the first time in a while, especially on the CT side with the op, which was huge to see. Like Pimp brought up in that pre-desk segment, that on the T side, he's their highest rated player, but really you need your op on these CT sides to be popping off and coming up with big rounds for you.
He's got to. He's got to go huge. He can be like a cannonball and open up bomb sites with absolute ease. And we'll see if we see that now. As we are on to Inferno. 00Nation will be your tease for this one. And EG starting it off on the CT side as we kick off day 2 of the Americas RMR here.
And we see early banana control being taken by the CTs. No presence shown by 00Nation, so they are just going to leave automatic there. It's got that USP. He's posted up on the car. And they're rotating over towards A, of course. That is where the stack is going to be coming in, but the rotations are a little slow. Rush is making his way over, but very leisurely, let's say. Molotov coming into the pit, and this is going to be the short hit as Cirque finds the first from Graveyard.
Ooh, he gets dinged on the peak, but he stays alive. Breeze comes in from the back line and starts to skin them all. Easy pickings for Breeze, 1 by 1. That's 4 frags, and that's the pistol.
Yeah, a little crossfire there from the CTs. Cirque up in Graveyard taking that initial contact as Breeze was just biding his time, waiting for the scale into the site, and as soon as they do, he just pops his head up, and he's like, thank you very much. I'll take all your heads, please. There's 2. And look at that. That is just a classic Breeze round. From inside of the pit, swinging forward, finds 4 headshots in EG. We talked about it yesterday, how the knife rounds in these best of ones can be so important because of how strong the CT side is right now in the game. Getting to start on that CT side, you get the opening pistol, you have the opportunity to just run away with these games.
You can. You come out swinging. You get the team hyped up as well, which is something that seemed to work wonders for them yesterday on Mirage, right? As soon as Cirque was smiling a little bit, he was hitting his shots, he looked a little bit more comfortable to actually go for those picks that we used to see back in the day. Into this round, though. Minute and 24 on the clock, relatively slow stuff so far. All the T's grouping up towards bottom of Banana. Automatic peeking it. Stewie was down towards Logs, and he has fallen over now. There is a trade on the Famous. They've kept it relatively clean.
And that jump, yeah, baiting out just that last bit of bullets there. That's actually a really good play. I think that was Cold Zera, expected from the veteran that he is. That jump over the wall just makes him waste those final few bullets in his FAMAS, which is going to allow them to get into the site. And they might actually get a bomb plant out of this. So 2 kills, a bomb plant. If they find 1 more here, I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to, but regardless, this is a great round considering they only had Glocks coming into it. Now Cold lurking through the smoke. They haven't cleared him. He's trying to just guarantee that 1 extra frag.
It would take his time. He can just wander his way around the back through ruins, take a peek out, but the MP9's there, so Rush will make an extra bit of cash, and that'll be the round.
Yeah, you could see Cold. He was just trying to... He realized that 3rd kill would have been so huge for the economy. Didn't want to shoot too early, didn't want to give away his spot with just 10 HP. So he just elects not to shoot, tries to be sneaky, tries to sneak around, but they were onto him. So EG do pick up their 2nd. Nice and clean. But that bomb plant for the T's, on top of the 2 kills, I mean, 00Nation, that's a decent start, really, all things considered. You lose the pistol, sure. You go for the full Glock save on the 2nd round. You manage to find 2 frags, get a bomb plant, allows you to bring the op out onto try here in round 3, and there is no op for the CT side.
Rush with a huge HE. The double nade as well, with another one walking its way down Banana. So that's Molbs getting bombed out of the server. Leo's brought down as well. Actually, Try rather. He's on 18 HP. Not the dream start for you. Inferno utility doing what it does best.
Yeah, lots of HE damage early. You can see EG had the plan for that round. They expected 00Nation to do some sort of aggressive map control to fight for that early towards bottom mid. They're not really, you know, you can expect on the first gun round the T's aren't going to be super cautious because they don't know exactly what they're looking for. They're the ones trying to set the pace. So EG reads it to perfection. Artillery strikes down onto Molbs as he goes out. And Try is very low as well, just 18 HP on the Opper. And you can see the reaction from 00Nation. They just want to go into this B bomb site quickly.
Volley goes down. Stewie holding his own. Good play so far with the Famous, so he takes down 2 of them. That'll be the resmoke as well, so he can push up and play behind it towards Pool. Colt on the site, just by the lip by first Oranges. Takes the peek over the top. Not going to work. Tried to get a lucky headshot out, but Cirque holds it.
Yeah, now it's a question of for Try. Not only does he need to try to hold on to this op, but make sure it stays out of the hands of EG. You can see, oh, he's been spotted now. Oh, they're going to hunt him. He might just want to throw this off the map at this point, to be completely honest. Just throw it away and try not to let anyone from EG pick it up. Ooh, if they can get down to the bottom and recover that, that's actually a huge grab for them. Not able to get it, so it's fine. Saved. Safe. I mean,
For
still
now.
not great. They did keep 5 people alive and win the round, of course. So it's not, it's not exactly...
Small victories,
Yeah,
mate.
exactly. For 00Nation, like, well, at least they didn't get the op, right? That's good.
You take the little one.
Yeah. The only one, really.
Yeah. The small sort of rice grain of benefit they get out of the round. Cirque will have to buy his own AWP if he wants to bring it out.
They're just going to build up the bank, though. Cirque still didn't use very much of his utility at all. You can see only going to need to rebuy the smoke. Nades are going to need to be purchased, but that's it. And this is the thing about the CT side now, right? Especially if you win that opening pistol, you win those next few rounds clean, you can really build up your economy. You can really get a lead going, and it makes it so hard for the T's to get back into the game, especially on LAN. Can make all the difference.
Somber faces across the board. Bit of an extended pause on this one.
Yeah,
Stewie with the smirk, mate.
These pauses always suck because you're sitting there. You can't talk, right? You can't stand. Wait, where's Cirque gone? Oh, is it a bathroom break pause? You think?
Straight in.
Oh, he's had to go.
He's nipped to the loo.
Yeah. Or we could come up with a better story, like he had to go save a child from a tree. A child was stuck in a tree, and he had to go save them.
Not a cat in a tree.
No.
Well, I suppose they can get down themselves, really, can't they?
Yeah.
Or
cats
isn't the
should be
problem
able
is
to.
that they go up, but then they can't come down?
Well, they get scared, I think.
Ah, so it's more the fear.
Or it depends on how high they climb, I think, because they have to jump down, and they could jump down like without injuring themselves, but it's a little intimidating.
Well, it's actually a bit of a myth, because obviously they say that cats will always land on their feet and they'll be sound, but they actually won't. Apparently, with cats doing that, you get the chance that they can damage their lungs, because obviously they tank a lot of the force on their chest.
Yeah. No, but there's also those stories of cats falling from like ridiculous heights and just walking away from it, though. So I think it depends. Like I'm sure it's partially a myth. Like obviously, you don't want to, if a cat falls like 6 stories or something, it's not
Probably not
ideal.
great,
Yeah, like you don't want that. But
It depends on the cat.
or if you're like Jerry in Tom and Jerry, in that case, he probably wouldn't mind.
Yeah, true. I mean, if it's a cartoon cat situation, you'll probably sound forever.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a comeuppance that you'll really have to face off against.
No, because you could just redraw them, couldn't you?
Well, yeah. Worst case,
Yeah.
just change the frame. Switch it in, switch it out, if you're ever in doubt.
Haven't seen Tom and Jerry for a long time.
No,
I
it's
wonder,
kinda
I wonder if
fallen out
that's
of
sort of
favour.
I wonder if that sort of just faded away from kids, like TV shows now.
It's not really a big one anymore, is it? It's just Peppa
No.
Pig.
Yeah, because even when I was a kid, it was like only on Saturdays at certain times or whatever they would show the old show reruns, but they weren't like making new ones or anything.
No, well, that was like the peak of cartoons, though, as well. Because
Yeah,
obviously you had, like, Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Oh yeah,
which was
classic.
mad. There's a crazy one about Courage as well. The interesting bit is they say, like, at the end of the first season, the rest of it is all just, like, Courage's fever dream.
Whoa.
Because at the end of, like, the first season, he's there with puppets of Muriel and Eustace. So it's like the implication that obviously they like died, and then Courage is just left to fend for himself. And
Oh
these
my
are just the
God.
stories he's coming up with in his mind.
What a tragic thing that is.
I know.
Why would
He
they
was
do
such a
that?
good dog.
Huh?
He was a good boy, mate.
The more you know. Did you know that flamingos to eat, because of the way that they filter the food, like because they just like sort of like take food off the bottom of the whatever pond floor that they're walking around on, and in order for them to eat it, to filter their food, they have to turn their head upside down to eat because the filter's on a certain part of their mouth.
Oh, so that's the way they do the bendy
Yeah,
neck.
that's why they have the bendy necks. Yeah.
Okay. And obviously the simple fact following that as well is like flamingos naturally are white, but they become pink because of
Yeah.
the pigment in shrimp that
Yep.
they eat all the time.
There you go.
It's mad. Flamingo facts.
Yep.
Well, it looks like he's back. No, it's the admin.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not Cirque.
That's not what you want.
He's just saving. He's saving a whole bunch of people right now.
Yeah. He's coming quick. I'll sort you out. Don't worry, lads. We'll get that fixed.
What if he's just like an Uber driver and he just had to, oh, what's that, guys? I gotta go real quick. I gotta go pick someone up.
Well, that's the side hustle.
Yeah, just to make some extra money.
Just got a job on here, boys. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I'll be right back.
Just, if someone DCs, we'll get that 2-minute pause. I'll be right back in. Don't worry about it.
I'll be right back. There he is,
Whee!
big man.
Back on the scene. And he certainly was on the scene yesterday. Like, huge plays with Yorp. He was creating space for them against 9Z. And it's so much better. It's the Cirque we sort of expected to see. Specifically as well, because we had just seen the game with Liquid, right? So you've got OC doing all these mad plays, hitting the easy ones, absolutely hitting the hard ones. And that's what Cirque used to do. You know, like when he came into the scene and really made his big performance, his huge debuts, and everyone was like, this guy's just cracked. It's because he was so consistent no matter what role you sort of put him into.
Yeah, and Cirque also, you know, he was that guy who, especially, he's honorary North American at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in the NA scene for so long that he just sort of falls into the NA upper category, despite what he wants. That's just how it is now. We've claimed him. And so, you know, having him on form is necessary for this EG team to reach whatever potential they want to reach, right? You need Cirque to be back being one of the most dominant players in the server. You need Breeze back to being a top 10 player in the world. You need Automatic back to a top 20 player in the world, right? Those are the sort of conditions this team needs to reach those peaks that the guys on the desk were saying, you know, that they had reached in the past. And right now, they're nowhere near that, right? They're just not close enough.
No, not at all. And it's one of those where you can't really even spin it in a way where it's like, oh, EG having a rough time. It's just like, no, they are just really struggling at the minute. It's not been looking good. They've got the background behind them to support them. They've got the money to pump in as well. So the fact that you are having those disappointing results, you know, it is really rough, especially when you're looking at it yesterday and thinking, all right, 0-2, this is not good.
No, and I think the main problem, too, for the guys that were there before, right, your Cirque and your Breeze, is they spent so long with that previous iteration of the lineup just not winning any games.
Yeah.
So your confidence just gets sapped right out of you. You know, you can't, you stop going into games thinking you're going to win. Instead, you start being afraid to lose to teams that you shouldn't lose to. You're not playing as confident as you should. And with the amount, you know, CS, it's a confidence-based game, man. Like, you got to be feeling it. You have to be, you do have to believe in yourself to win the aim duels. And if you lose so many games in a row, that can sort of spiral into a really negative effect.
Yeah, it can hit you. The mental game is one of the biggest bits. But it does seem like the game itself is now back on your screens. And so is that QR code to get tickets to go to the major as well. The ticket's still available, of course. So if you want to see EG there, if they make it, that's your opportunity to swipe up some tickets. But we are back in round 4 now then. 00Nation. Still not got the funds to work with, so it will just be the pistols.
Yeah, just the Deagles. We do see quite a bit of nades, though, so they are going to be able to put some pressure here on EG. Molotov towards bottom mid to stop anything fast. We see Rush now. Potentially going to do some damage with that nade. No, just slightly mistimed. Just a little bit too late. So the T was jumped up into the window already, and that smoke working perfectly for EG. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but regardless, Automatic takes advantage of it. Finds an opening onto Malbs, and he's a big player for this 00Nation team and just hasn't even been able to get into the game so far.
You're shutting down the doctor. Obviously, you can't help himself. If he's dead, what do you do? That's your medic straight out of the game.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Obviously, recently finished his med school. That's why he has the MD tag at the back of his name.
Yeah, I think a good 10 years of medical
yeah,
training.
No, he's been going for a long time because he's young, too. He's been doing it since he was in his early teens.
Madness, really. So much dedication and drive. But this round on cruise control for the most part. 00Nation, you're just going to hold, see if anyone does commit to a bit of a push. If they walk up towards you, the close angles with the pistols, you might find some luck. Utility towards Banana now, though. Trial set up with a flash. Smoke goes in. Automatic does back off.
And you know, with 40 seconds left, I bet Automatic's like, yo, cheers for the smoke, guys. Thanks for the half-wall smoke. I know they were doing it so that they could cross up middle without being in danger of dying, but with 40 seconds left, that extra smoke on the site actually helps Automatic. And now you can see they are still playing 4 over towards A, but they have that floater there in CT spawn, and he is going to be coming back. Now Cirque pops up from the graveyard, finds the first on to try. They're trying to make their way up short, but Cirque is here, and now Rush is there to help as well. Finds his second of the round. Yeah, there's Cirque going up, and that is going to be it. Done and dusted. 00Nation don't find a single kill in that short play, and going up short without any utility, without the guns, is pretty hard once those crossfires start coming in.
Yeah, it's always going to be awkward, mate. You're never going to get into that one thinking, all right, boys, this is our round. But this could be. Now you get the buyback. AK's on deck. Investment comes out across the board. An opportunity to start getting the blood pumping. Obviously, first game of the day as well, right? If you come into it somewhat slow, you can be abused. You can fall down on that T side so quickly. It's always the blessing of the CT side starts off the knife.
Oof, Molly is going to push Malbs forward. Luckily for him, catches the timing to not eat that HE grenade. Second HE going deeper, does find try. That poor guy has taken so much HE damage at the bottom of B so far this game.
Gobbling all the nades.
It's a nade gobbler.
Yeah.
That's what they call him.
That is. It's like one of the, you know, the PGL drone pop-ups. Nade Gobbler.
Nade Gobbler.
Big fan of nades, this guy. That's like the subtext. Difference is here. 00Nation, after making the early engagement towards Banana, start to work their way back round towards middle so you can fight for brackets control.
It's a very standard setup from EG here as well, right? They have Cirque posted on that moto area. Normally he would have an op, of course, just still holding on to that AK from previous rounds. Counter Molly comes in. Now here's a big choice here. He has to decide if he wants to get in front of this smoke. He does have the teammate in CT spawn with Stewie, so Cirque doesn't need to full commit in front of this. He can just try to make some noise, bait out the info. Does find out there's one player walking up there. And with Stewie here in CT, they have this covered. The off angle could be good. It depends on if they clear it. They're going to be looking the wrong way. Stewie can't connect the shot, though, and VSM reacts in time, finds the opening onto Stewie, and now Automatic's the only one here at B.
The pieces are falling into place for 00Nation. Automatic blocked off, his line of sight restricted now as the smoke comes in towards Ruins, but in the back line, it's the double flank. Triple flank even, so Malbs really has to hold his own, unable to commit for anything more than just the first. Bomb gets planted on the site, you're outnumbered 2-4, and they're going to call it quits.
Yeah, call for the save. The crucial point in that round was Stewie and CT spawn. They didn't clear him, but just the way the peak worked, he wasn't able to connect his shot. There was too many of them. Once he misses the first one, very quickly you saw the reaction from VSM. Making sure that Stewie gets absolutely nothing. EG setup was good for that. It was fine. It wasn't perfect, but Stewie at the very least could have gone 1 for 1. Potentially looking at 2 for him there, but instead not able to find anything. And then once Automatic's left alone inside of B, he's in the back hall. They know that he's going to be there somewhere. As you saw, they smoked him off. They take the site. It was a good strat from 00Nation. And they left that player at the bottom of B earlier in the round as well, just to make sure that any of those flanks that come in are at the very least going to get spotted, going to get slowed down. So good execution there from 00Nation. They had a plan. They executed it exactly how they wanted to. That's all you can. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, man. Worked out well. Obviously, with the 2 AK saves as well, you passed those over, so Cirque can now don the AWP for the first time in the matchup. Cirque yesterday, towards the later end, was looking so much better. Breeze. He's looking for a fight straight away, though. A lot of damage taken, and VSM with a double through the smoke as well. VSM, whew, he's banged them all out.
They try to get aggressive towards mid, but VSM just spraying through that smoke finds all 3 of them. The aggression from EG, they've thrown that smoke every round. They haven't done anything with it since. The first time they tried to, all 3 of them drop. 2 through the smoke as well. VSM just swinging out, just spamming all the corners. And this is just going to be the save for EG again. That op from Cirque not even having the chance to have any impact.
The golden AK there for VSM, really worth its weight in gold. You know, Breeze's play could have been big. Just not going to work. The second he falls, everyone just starts lining up for VSM. And he is quite naughty when it comes to smokes. I don't know why. He's always been one of those players. You know, you get them. You get your boys that are just sick at shooting through smokes. Yeah. We saw that recently.
The thing is, too, is what sucks for Breeze is as soon as VSM finds that first kill in the smoke, just spamming top mid, that's sort of like the trigger for him, like, oh, wait, something's going on here. So then he keeps spamming the smokes and just finds 2 more kills because he's like, I think they're doing something aggressive here with this smoke. So that first kill actually did him dirty there. Making it so Breeze didn't have any chance to play around that one way. So 00Nation now, despite EG's good start. See, look at this right here. Like, that's just, as soon as he kills Cirque, he knows exactly what's going on. And it's just burst, burst, burst. Yeah, look at him. He's like, hey, I killed 3 people. I saw kind of 1. That's about it.
That's all that matters is he got the frags. So, of course, rebuy straight back in. Cirque, second time he's had the AWP now. A little bit more aggressive. Goes towards mid. Gauging it out, seeing if there was an opportunity to make the play. Instead, going to back off towards Arch, play it somewhat safer.
And this time we do see it is Malbs towards Banana, has taken some nade damage again, as expected so far this game. He is going to be putting some presence towards the top, the Molotov and the Flash. So EG now, they're not playing aggressive in Banana, so they're not sure how many people are there. It could be 1, it could be 3, they're not really sure. Which is exactly the idea. Retake nades come out, but nobody is actually re-aggressing with it. As I say that, of course, Stewie pushing forward. So now they know at the very least, okay, they haven't pushed up towards car yet.
And that's info to work with. The reactive play, put automatic on the boost. Stewie plays close, anti-flash on the wall. Actually jiggle peeking it as well for the read. Now he can dash the Molotov, goes in with the smoke first, molly behind it when push comes to shove. 44 seconds on the clock, so the CTs at A getting somewhat aggressive, trying to scope out for info. Here comes the play into the B side. A compartment has arrived. Stewie burns the first alive as Mouth will fall. Automatic spams the smoke. Nice tag. And it will create a little bit of space. Bomb does get planted though. And the CTs are in a good position here. You do outnumber them. 5 versus 4 on the retake. Rotate coming around. Leo holds for middle as well, so if there is a flank, he should be in a good spot for this.
Oh yeah, and he's going to find... Ooh, almost, actually. Missing out on that spray. The dink comes out. It's not going to be enough for the kill, and yeah, that it's just going to be the save call. They're out of money. They need to try to hold on to this as much as they can. We're up in the 5 versus 4, but try finding that op pick, and then, of course, the flank not working out means EG just needs to back up. Hold on to these guns, and this is what you see a lot on Inferno these days. The CTs know trying to retake down numbers, it's just not really worth it. You're just most likely going to lose your guns. You have an op, hold on to it for the next round. Stewie is going to be able to buy. Someone can drop Breeze as well, so they will have another full buyout regardless.
This is a lot better as well for the T's, obviously. 00Nation starts setting the pace of the game a little bit. Link one round into another. VSM keeps warm. Malb starts to get into the action. That's when things will get rough for EG. That's when this could turn. And already, going 4-3 on your T half, it's a good start. It's where you want to be. This is very early doors in the game as well, so always potential for him to make a good meal out of this one. Cirque, back at middle once more with the AWP. Dashes the smoke, immediately backs off. Molly's in though, and they're going hard on this one. Want to go fast towards A, but they need to be ready for the balcony player. That'll be Breeze that peeks out. Cirque on the close angle, wielding the AWP like a blunderbuss and blows Milbs away.
Yeah, Molly's going to push him forward, but they still have this crossfire, and Try is trying to find some form of pick towards long. It actually is going to be Cold Zera who finds Breeze inside of halls, and he can't connect the shot. Cirque connects one for himself. Spray transfers there. Not able to land the headshot. It looked like it was close, but Cirque is just able to land it. 3 kills for him. The crossfire on the A site working. 00Nation tried to change up the pace, but EG was ready for it. They land their shots. They pick up their 5th, finally answering back.
Those are some big kills as well from Cirque. The 3-man peak, the way they're playing it, very aggro, quite close spacing as well.
Yeah.
So it was fast timing from him. And it almost looked like he should have been shot in the head on the final frag as well. It's a nice, tasty connection.
Yeah, just through the corner of that box. So he throws the mid-smoke, but it is delayed this time. Not thrown from spawn. Molotov is going to force Malbs to use his smoke. He is tucked away in the broom, and he's tagged down to 7 HP. Nades are going to come in, but he switches positions just in time to dodge it. There's a big battle for Banana here. Lots of nades being exchanged. You can see Stewie wants to stay aggressive at the sandbag. Automatic's going to have the flash primed for him. When the sound cues come out, flash is going to come in. Stewie's going to see if he can do anything with this one, but there is lots of T's here at the bottom of B. So they have to get this timing perfect, Jack.
Oh, Stewie with a jump as he gets away. The difference in the arsenal as well is that Try has finally brought out a scope of his own. So he's got the big green gun. Let's see if he can cause a bit of damage, a dent in the armor to give them a pick on to B. Backing off now though, once you apply the pressure towards top banana, they set their focus back on A. Trying to lampoon them, but look at the setup. 2 players underneath quad. You've got support, they're watching balcony as well. Rush. Waiting for the rush, literally. The flash will come in. Try hits the first. VSM takes down Cirque, and there's the follow-up frag on the AWP. Now you've got A.
Yeah, the pop-up short works to perfection. Cirque isn't able to hit his shots. The flashes are good to isolate each fight. And 00Nation, last round we saw them try to run fast up short. This time, a little bit slower, more methodical. Use those grenades, and the op from Try working exactly how they intended it to. He just posts it up on the corner and finds 2 free kills.
It's just nice to see him have the weapon out as well. The first time he's able to actually bring it out on the T side. It's a good round. And he can be impactful. So having that extra edge, extra layer to 00Nation will benefit them greatly. And now that's already 4 rounds racked up on the T side. So starting to get into their groove. They're getting a bit funky.
Yeah, this is a good T side. I mean, EG, they had that big lead early. They won the pistol. They were able to string those rounds together without losing very many players. They had the economy built up, and 00Nation has just grinded them away. One, I think, big difference we saw yesterday is Liquid, even when they would go down numbers, you would see the instant re-aggression across the map, right? If they lost a player somewhere, they were re-aggressing top mid. They were re-aggressing Banana. They never gave them any time to breathe. EG, not quite so much. A different approach. If they go down numbers, they're kind of more comfortable just going and calling for the save, right? Shows a little bit more confidence from Liquid maybe, or maybe just a difference of approach, and Liquid just happened to get lucky on the day yesterday. You know, who knows? Yeah,
it could always be a different factor. This will be a factor here for Stewie, though. Straight out, peeking. Behind the top. Rips the top clean off, cold zero, but the trade from Malbs is crisp. And that's B-site open. It was the sole defender with one of the two weapons you brought over from the prior round.
Yeah, that's one of the guns down, and they saw that that play right there looked like desperation from Stewie. You could see it, and Malbs called it out, and I think they're kind of like, I don't think he does that if they're stacked in B. I don't think he would have been doing that, so they throw the CT smoke, they pop in, full B control. Bomb's going to get planted, and again, Automatics just has to try to hold on to this AK. Two of them have armor as well, so there's no reason not to hold on to that if you can.
Yeah, I mean, you can post up, lounge, and wait for the exits if they are going to be coming your way. Tim towards the bottom of Banana. Should end in mostly just a stalemate. If they exit towards CT, at the very least, Cirque is there. It's only a Deagle as well, and he doesn't have the armor. So he could try and get a little bit more frisky with this and hit a potential headshot. He is playing behind the flowers, and he will bloom straight in season as he hits the first, but it is just the one.
Yeah, one's better than nothing. He didn't have the armor, so he was going for as many exits as he could. Like you said, finds the one headshot, and we're all tied up here at 5-5. We got a game on our hands here. 00Nation on the T side of Inferno, really giving it to EG on these gun rounds.
And obviously that first round where they were actually able to find anything to play with was just off VSM with the 2 smoke kills as well, and they went for the mid burst. So that one round gave them the stock they needed. You come straight back into the next buy. Things are looking good. This is looking very peculiar though. VSM straight in with a Krieg.
He is a Krieger. I've seen this from him in the past. He did used to be an Opper, right? So you can sort of it sort of makes sense. As Malbs, that's what he does, man. This dude has one of the highest headshot percentages in Pro CS, and you can see it right there. Just running up Banana, trying to beat all those delayed grenades that EG have been throwing. Runs straight up, catches Stewie with a Molotov out. Lands that opening headshot, and 00Nation start off this 11th round with a one-man advantage.
Well, it's that doctorate that he's got. You know, you've got to have steady hands, Davey.
Of course.
Can't be a shaky doctor.
No, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. He's a surgeon. He's so precise.
Oh, yeah. The human scalpel of Malbs makes that incision towards B.
Yep.
But you don't have to commit to anything. Utility's going to be exchanged.
Yeah, and here the idea is you just bring your Opper to B, you leave him there, you hope that he can get 2 or 3 shots as he falls back. So take a shot CT, fall back. Take a shot on the cross, go back haul. Take a shot through a smoke, right? You just have him take as many shots as you can, and you have the 3 rifles try to lock down A. That's the thought process here in the 4v5. Ideally, you would want Cirque slightly more aggressive in this situation, maybe on the corner or maybe towards first oranges instead of in spawn. But regardless, the idea is he gets to take 2 or 3 shots and keep himself alive, and then if he's able to find anything, you can go for the retakes. If he can't, then you just save.
And with the time you're leaving on the clock, it would leave you in a risky spot. Obviously, Cirque here, though, only going to be going up against the 2 boys that are making a bit of a fake play.
Rush shouldn't be rotating over to B at this point. You've committed to this 1-3 play.
Oof. And that's the rough part, because here's the true aggression towards the A side. Automatic on the swing, says good night.
That's it?
Round's gone.
Yeah, round done. Okay, so it doesn't matter that Rush is left. They walk into the stack at A. And the crossfire inside of the site. What a weird round.
That was a bit bizarre. You could see the idea, but just the actual outcome is just, you know, automatic peaks, and that's it.
Yeah, they just didn't expect 2 players inside of the A site. Ideally, you would actually want 3 players there, right? You'd have the 1 player in the middle, 2 on either side. You'd have that 3-man stack over towards A. But Rush rotating over off the nades. Cirque actually dies inside of the B site.
Yeah.
But the bomb, there was no time left to go back to B. They had to commit to A, and they walked straight into the crossfire from EG.
It's always the toughie. You go for those last-minute, 20-second rounds. Any mistakes will cost you. there, it certainly came back to haunt him. Change of pace as well towards Banana here. 3-man set up early. You've got the AWP in. Cirque with a boost, straight onto the broken wall. Looking for a pick with the scope. Try's got one of his own as well. There is a flash to clear it. They want to force him off the angle with a peek underneath. Great play from Mulbs. He'll hit the headshot as he flicks up. Response back. It's a flash from Stewie, just trying to keep them at bay.
Yeah, and that's the op from Cirque down. Perfect counter flash there from the bottom of Banana. It's fairly standard, but again, it's just Malbs with such a fast headshot. Cirque takes the shot blind, tries to drop off, but by the time he knows what's going on, he's already dead. So EG again down 4 versus 5, but they don't have that op anymore. You can see the reaction from 00Nation. They want to just creep up middle here. Throwing those nades towards short just to make sure there's no re-aggression coming in right now. And if any CTs do peek top mid in that moment after the Molotov, they would have seen there's no Ts there. But this is going to be the wrap play. Smoke towards the arch, smoke towards library. Rushes here, flash comes in, finds the perfect timing, but Try at the back wasn't blind. So now it is just Breeze inside of the pit, and VSM rips his head off. Swinging out from Moto. That's going to be nothing they can do. As 00Nation again snowballing off the back of that opening pick. And they are going to pick up their 6th as EG's forced to save.
As we saw there with the AWP as well, thrown out the map. When Automatic rotates round to try and save it, he's not going to find anything. He's going to be baffled at Banana. Oh, he has seen it. Oh, here we go. The nade off the wall. This could be sick.
Okay, so I did this.
Oh, it's that.
I did that in a pug the other day.
Yeah.
Op went flying up onto like the roof on the other side of Banana. Yeah. Oh, were you there for that one?
Yeah. That's why it reminded me.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
No. As soon as the nade goes off, it's a high explosive for a reason, man. Sends it straight in the air.
You gotta be careful with those ones.
It's always a nightmare. Get the AWP back, Davey. I can't. It's a roofing tile now.
Unfortunately, my nades, they're too strong, Jack.
Yeah.
They're all up on the roof.
Just such a cheater. Bringing in the Semtexes. It's not legal, Davey.
Yeah, illegal nades.
Just like those bloody illegal Molotovs.
No.
Where do they come from?
Unbelievable.
It is ridiculous. Well, 6-6. Paul's coming back out as well.
He's got another Uber delivery.
He might do.
Yeah.
Got to quickly get that sorted. Drop off the food. Quite a quick one there.
Yeah, we hear the typing going on. And look at all the rounds they won, too. Bomb explosion, bomb explosion, bomb explosion.
And now this is the difference between the game we had with 9Z as well, right? They were never able to get a bomb plant until like the last sort of 3 rounds of their T half. When that's happening, you know something's going incredibly wrong. Difference is here, 00Nation, they're finding entries, they're winning the opening duels, you're getting bomb plants down. Even if you're not taking the round, it's still exactly what you want.
Well, and it was just that relentless aggression from Liquid in the mid-round yesterday, right? That really was the difference we saw here. Where, you know, EG, not quite, like I said, it's just a difference of style. One's not right or wrong. And on another day, that mid-round aggression from Liquid, if they're not hitting their shots, can be punished, right? They're pushing a lot in the mid-round. They end up going down a lot. So, you know, there's not like one way is right or wrong, but for Liquid yesterday, it worked very well. And here, EG taking a much more passive approach. And it's kind of funny. You can see it tells in the kills. There's only one player on the side of 00Nation who's positive, and that's Try at 7 and 6. There's just not that many kills to go around because EG is saving so much.
Yeah, just backing off as soon as it gets into a 3 versus 4, sights lost.
Yep.
Save the guns. That's all you can do. Keep the economy pumping. Obviously, the only weapons actually in play now, though, will be that AWP on Stewie. Automatic with the A1S.
You know, Cirque's 10 and 6, so we kind of almost like to see that op get passed over to him.
Yeah, he's been hitting his shots, man.
Maybe it's because he didn't have armor and didn't feel like investing in the light armor. So he's just like, all right, well, we'll just keep it on Stu.
We'll see if it'll work wonders for them. Similar setup once again. 4-man stack on the A site. 00Nation want to give them a good fright. Malbs has the pin pulled on the flash. They do set their attention back towards balcony as well. The flash comes in, but it's going to fade. Automatic does turn, and it's not going to work too easily for him, but he does still hit the headshot. Breeze on the USP, punishes VSM. Ooh. Flicks up as well and stops Cold Zero from getting out of balc. Being able to bounce back into the round. So EG do go 7-6 with just the 2 guns.
Yeah, they try to go for that Halls pop, but the rifle of Automatic boosts it up on the balcony. All the USPs just waiting. Look at this. They're all just waiting around in the haystacks inside of the pit. Automatic finding 2 is absolutely huge. That spray transfer, that quick correction while looking down. It's not easy to do, too, when you're looking down. The vertical stuff in Counter-Strike all becomes very, very weird. There's not common angles that you usually fight like that, so great round from Automatic to find 2. Good call from EG as well. They just left that off on Sui over towards B, but the nade damage again, dropping it down. This time it's EG taking the brunt of it as Rush gets away with 68 HP, but Automatic does not. He drops the HEs, the spray, the aggression from coldzera up on top of the logs, finds the opening pick again for 00Nation. And they found the opening pick towards this B bomb site. We saw very early in the game, these battles at B were going the way of EG, but now it's sort of flipped over and 00Nation is the one finding these openings.
They've had long enough to scope them out, so the reads are now coming in. The counter utility was fantastic. You get the nades up early. Even just a tag on Rush could still help you the longer this round develops. They do hold towards top banana as well. Mobs will play anti-flash. Try on the angle with the AWPs. If anyone peeks, there will always be a trade. Instead, they still gravitate free towards A and just one man on the back of B and Stewie.
And with just the M4, I think he might be out of smokes. I don't see one on the ground near him. Molotov comes in to slow them down. This is the full B execute, though. Now he's waiting. He has this flash for his teammate maybe to go through the smoke. Stu's going to come through as well as the flash comes in. Second flash from CT Spawn, actually full blind Stewie, but Rush is able to get 2. Flicks over, can't correct for the 3rd. The second flash worked perfectly for Rush, but sadly did full blind Stu as he had thrown one for himself before he ran through that backhaul smoke. It's just the small details. If they had timed it just a little bit better, the comms just not quite perfect. Stu probably didn't, in that situation, you're not able to communicate like, hey, by the way, I'm flashing myself through this smoke. It's hard, and they might still be going for this. Smoke out towards backhaul. I thought they might just be saving here, but Breeze wants to go for it off the back of his headshot, looking for the second. Has spotted him towards Coffins. Teammate in CT Spawn now needs to scale forward. Not able to find anything. Flash through the smoke is going to full blind him. He knows he's nearby. Cirque finds it through the pillar, and now in the 1v2, VSM gets the spray through the smoke, but he's not going to have time, Jack. That's it. Almost able to do it. So close. They find the kills, but can't get the defuse.
Yeah, you could see the thought process. As soon as he got the pick towards Banana, he's like, right, we've got the util, rev up for it, get in. But just VSM, if there's a smoke there, you know it's all gone, man.
Yeah.
Loves the smokes, sprays through. And the difference in the faces alone tells the story of the game. With how the half started, EG looked like they were living it large. The longer it's gone on now, they're starting to look more somber. Everyone's waking up on 00Nation. They're laughing, they're giggling. We know they're good mates. You get into a game like this where you start to take that pressure off, you get gassed up. This is where things can change. And with it being 7-7, Davey, it all comes down to who takes the last round here at the end of the half.
Yeah, right there. It looked like a little bit of a situation. It looked like Automatic and Rush were kind of saving, and then someone was like, hey, guys, last round here. Let's go. Buy up all your stuff.
Spend the money.
Yeah, they got stuck in spawn, with a little bit of a late buy. The money's not really there for EG on this last round as well. Cirque has the op, but he's been able to find some impact, don't get me wrong, but it was more in the early rounds. So far, it's just been 00Nation kind of just getting openings at B. Go B.
Difference is here. They went fast up Banana to start the round, scopes it up, looking for a pick on CT. But now, on the side of the CT, Cirque in position, sees the jiggle even, as he comes around the corner. Then does take the shot at the Fi. Shuts him down. 5-7 in close position. Rush! What? The 5-7 somehow just cleaves its way through 2 of them. Now you've got the AK, back off into the cubby, and he's having a great time.
You couldn't have asked for a more perfect fight for a 5-7. 2 guys running through a smoke, one by one. Flash doesn't land at the right spot, doesn't blind you at all. And then I'm not sure what... They must have thought because there was a hull setup, they weren't playing towards long, but now Cirque is repositioned again towards the library, finds his second as Rush with the 5-7, able to get 3 kills on the round. 00Nation, they try to react. They think, all right, Oppers and Hulls, This is a hull setup. Let's go quick up long. There's not going to be anybody there. But Rush is waiting behind the smoke with a 5-7.
It's mental as well, because obviously he is just fully flashed, sat there with a hand over his face, spamming on a 5-7. Just despicable.
Oof. Yeah, the flash landed behind him, so it just wasn't in the right spot.
God damn.
They just didn't expect him to be there, really. They just assumed because ops and halls equals hull setup.
Yeah,
it's a fair assumption.
It makes sense. It did look like it cleared him on the angle as well, so it is quite rough. Kind of works in his favor with the way he played it.
Yeah. So EG do win the half. Remember, they started up 4-0 off the back of that opening pistol. They do end up winning it. It's a close game, though. Going into the T side here. Not exactly the best CT half you would want if you were EG, but for 00Nation, they're going to be feeling confident. As now, confidence immediately ripped out of Malbs' hands as he dies at the hands of Cirque in second mid. Waiting for that window aggression. Leo's pushed as well. He's had a pretty quiet game so far. But now he has a moment to have big impact instead. Each player going to just land that headshot quickly onto him. And the opening pick's going the way of EG here in the second pistol.
Try. Just going to wrap round towards B as well. Go for a gamble. Make the best of a bad situation. They do still have utility at B, but no one from EG is heading their way. Instead, they gravitate back the brackets. You've got the smokes. You've got the flash as well, so they can play it proper. Get up into the site, and should take a pistol off the back of this.
Yeah, this should be clean. I mean, they're just stacked over to B. I think they're going to just probably save their armor. Try does have the kit. Cold has nades. You might as well just save it. I know it seems a little silly. And, you know, back in my day, you never would have really gone for any saves here. You would just always go for it because who cares? But technically, the right play here would be to save. If we're talking about, you know, macro concepts and proper Counter-Strike, you know, then you should just save here. VSM, save the armor, doesn't have to rebuy it next round. A kit, hey, even on a force buy round, a kit can be the difference between winning and losing, right? How many force buys have you seen where if they had a kit, they win it? So
it's always going to help.
Yep.
Need those wire cutters in the back pocket.
What do you think when they were coming up with the concept of the diffuse kit? Did they imagine the kit was? Right?
Well, because it's just a little, like, you know, it's just like a little bum bag with the wire cutters, right?
No, but it's okay, yeah, right. So I'm like, but in Counter-Strike terms, do you think they thought it was like maybe like a little instruction manual?
But
like,
this is the bomb
Yeah,
code.
just like steps, like, okay, do this, 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 and this with the wire cutters. And if you don't have a kit, you have to just like remember them, and that's why it takes longer, you think?
It might be. I mean, I remember my favorite thing was, you know, in some of the source servers, you basically had a mod where you had to choose which wire to cut.
Oh, I remember those.
Which was unreal. Because obviously it's just like, cut the blue wire, man. You lose the round, you're just like...
And then you just yell at your friend, I knew it should have been the green one.
I told you, it's always red. Woo! Stewie seeing red on the map 10. The easy E plays, he comes out to slay, but Try doing what Rush did on the 5-7 towards Arch. There's another one stationed here, and the 5-7s are singing.
5-7s are singing, and they're singing in Portuguese right now. As Leo finds that one in Halls. Breeze dropping, and that is the AK recovered. He's got full HP as well. Cold still has all those nades in B, too. So the crossfire here. Inside of the A site, you can see Cold. He's worried about getting flanked from CT spawn, rightfully so. Both Ts are making their way up long. Surprised they're committing to A here. They know that there is an AK somewhere inside of Pit or Halls.
Rush. He'll be first to face. Tries in a position where he should be able to get gory on the Galil, but surely not both. They come running across. No support there. And it will be the 2K. 00Nation get the round. They went into it with, what, a couple of 5-7s? The best that they could physically hope for. And that's the way it goes. Pays to save.
It really does. The kit ending up not having too much of an impact, but the 5-7 on Try does. And then here, I mean, that's just...
That's just Leo.
It's just Leo, isn't it? It's just a small thing, but... I don't know.
It
seems like a silly way to die with
mate. What do you mean you're in my apartment?
It seems like a silly way to die with an AK, though, doesn't it? Just like running up halls and wide swinging. It's kind of seems silly. You don't really need to do that.
One of those. I suppose it was just
nitpicky.
the reactive play, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, go on, I'll peek.
Again, yeah, they played 2 arch, so he's like, oh, there's probably not somebody hiding here in the corner of halls.
But wait, there was.
It's Leo, and he's got a gun.
Nightmare. This time around, it's going to be Malbs that has the gun. Stationed on top of first oranges. The D-Galeers of EG sat on the corner. Stewie looking for a face. If they don't clear him, it would get incredibly awkward. They are going to be grouping back up as well. Roaming their way up Banana. And this position still so pivotal. Malbs, as we've said, he could cut his way through them. The hot knife through butter, but no, automatic on the peak. Hits the headshot with the deagle. Now you've got space to play with. It might just be pistols, but you can certainly punish. And Cold Zera, he's got to do just that. Only one frag on the FAMAS before he falls. Bomb's going to be planted, and the T's do have site control.
They don't have a smoke for CT, though, so they're not going to be able to go and recover that AK. We see Breeze going aggressive in the backhaul, holding this tight angle. The retake is underway. They have one smoke, I think, and Breeze finds the headshot. VSM drops. And now 2-on-3, and you have to seriously be considering saving here. Yeah, try with the op. He's like, you know what? We don't want to let this go into their hands, so EG answers back. The deagle from Automatic running into that B site finds the opening on the player top of first. And EG going to recover this one. There's an AK for them at first if they want it to. You can go get it.
Don't like the look of it.
No, they didn't like it.
Didn't fancy the skin, didn't fancy it.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Gone forever.
Blown to bits. Much like the round for 00Nation.
Yeah.
And that is sad as well. When you're in a spot like that and you're thinking, all right, boys, we've got the entry frag. We're set up for it. We're ready for the banana push. You just get one deagged. Literally 2 deagle frags, that's it. You've got a round out of nothing.
That's why I don't like playing top of first on anti-ecos, though. You know, because stuff like that, even if they have tech 9s and the first guy comes running and jumping in, you're not going to be able to multi-frag, right?
Because it's also the tracing as well, especially with the tech. Sometimes you can just wide swing out. You move your crosshair to fight that guy. Suddenly there's 3 Ts in your face.
Exactly. So generally, I think top of first is just kind of a bad spot on anti-ecos. But, you know, that's just me.
You live and you learn.
Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes
or you die and
live.
you lose.
Yeah. You die and you lose. Yeah.
Never good. But we do have a pause as well. And that's been the nice bit. You know, you're going to be using your pauses. You'll be able to slow down the course of the game.
Mr. Strobe Light.
Is that just because he's an absolute flasher? Just running around, leaving you white constantly.
Oh, enemies flashed. Yeah, 13. There you go. But see, 0 bombs planted, and the bomb sort of has the strobe light thing going. So I feel like I'm not trying to throw production under the bus or anything, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but surely that would be more like
Mr.
the
Rave
fireworks show.
Yeah,
true.
True.
The raver.
No, that's true. Pick him up with something better. The strobe light makes sense for the flashes.
Yeah.
Because
And the lightning strike was good yesterday.
The lightning strike was good, yeah.
Definitely embodied OC.
They do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't make me mine, but it's okay.
Well, you never know. Andre might be working on it later, mate.
I'll wait and see.
You see what happens.
If he doesn't, I'll have a word with him.
Oh, you've got to. Try might be having a word with anyone aggressing towards B here as well. Obviously, we saw T-side. Once he brought the AWP out, he started to come alive a little bit. Now, if he gets fought, he should be able to hit heavy, but instead the play is going back over by brackets.
And it's all 5 here grouped up. They've given up control of B completely. And 00Nation taking a huge gamble this round as well. It's just try at sandbags with the op by himself. This is weird. But now what's happening is EG's going to be going out A, and the crossfires are here. They're only able to find one. Breeze does answer back. The smoke comes out, and you can see they're a little disjointed, but they're going to be able to get into pit.
Ooh. That's a nice kill from Leo, though. Gets out a graveyard. He doesn't want to be his final resting place. But this is slowed down, and this has just got really odd now. I mean, you get the flank come in from Molbs because everyone stopped. That's the kill into the back, and the bombs dropped.
Everything really fell apart for EG there. You could see they wanted to go out halls, but everything slowed down once they lost out on the trades. Cirque does want to clear out Malbs, but he's just not sure where he is. Timing's going to work in his favor. He's going to be able to go out short. But, I mean, Rush is in pit, and they just know. We just don't have to do anything, and they can't win. If we just do nothing, EG cannot win this round. And there you go. There it is. Done and dusted. 00Nation pick up the 9th, and very, very weird from EG there. Everything just sort of froze. Nobody wanted to go out.
Yeah, the confidence just got wiped away instantly. And when you get into that position where from nowhere you're scared to die, you can't do it. Molb's just got so much space.
And you're stuck in halls.
Yeah.
So like where you like if everyone just stops and doesn't commit to going out, then you're all just sort of standing there touching shoulder to shoulder like, "Hey guys, having fun this round?" Not really. Like, no, I'm not actually.
Can someone go out balcony,
Yeah,
please?
no, can someone go out cuz I kind of want to bait. That's what I would have said.
And then everyone was baiting.
Yeah, and then, see, that's what I would have said. I would have been like, all right, guys, come on. Guys, we have to go out. Why didn't you go out? Oh, because I wanted to bait you. Yeah.
It is the classic from Davey.
Yeah.
And then suddenly Mythic get taken down in every game. Nightmare. At least here, though, going into the 20th, a close game. And we do get the Battle of the Orpers as well. Now, the interesting part really is that obviously Try does have the upper hand. He's been the one actually playing out on top versus Cirque. We saw some good picks from Cirque into the early CT half.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes the longer this game goes on.
Very back and forth here in the second half. Just been one round, one round, one round, one round, one pick for Try at the beginning of this round. Stewie with the Deagle trying to swing out mid. Going down immediately. Now there, the timing for automatic. Not working out for a kill, but does work out that he gets to stay alive. So we'll take that. Re-smoke towards the bottom of B as well. What's that there?
It's a Molly in the bush.
Oh, gee, in my head I was like, that looks like a carrot. but why would there be a carrot there? That doesn't make any sense.
00Nation is being super sustainable.
Yeah.
You know, the longer this game goes on, guys, we get to OT here. We need something to keep us going.
I was just like, but it can't be. It simply can't be a carrot.
Where's the carrot come from?
I was like, they're farming, are they?
Ooh. Talking of carrots, I mean, coldzera going to get his top bit and clean off as automatic sees him on the jump spot. So the smoke's down, rotate comes round. Molbs is here, but you're the only one. Just a single player towards B. He's got the info, bomb gets planted. 2 players come down towards Banana as well, but Breeze is ready. He's got the Deagle, ready to batter some people that come towards him. The Potassium Punisher. Will he be hitting the shots? Of course he will. Leo falls over, rush with a face onto Try. That's the AWP gone, and that's basically everything. The round's completely dead, and you've lost so many guns.
And again, the pattern continues. One round, one round, one round, one round, going back the other way. I wonder how long this is going to keep going. I mean, EG's okay with this, honestly. Maybe it doesn't feel super nice, but if they keep going 1-1-1-1-1, EG's going to win eventually.
Oh, yeah.
So they'll take this. It's 00Nation who needs to sort of stop this pattern from continuing and actually string together some rounds in a row on the CT side.
Obviously, that's not really going to be happening straight away as well, because now the cash is going to be in such an awful spot.
Yep. And there, coldzera doing the jump spot, but misses a timing. Something happened where automatic was able to creep up without him seeing him, and then as soon as he hears him jump spotting like that, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, guys, we got this one." Kills him. B site completely open. Really, no chance for a retake, especially once Breeze got that kill with the Deagle on the flank.
Yeah, no. So you go for the 5-player stack. There's not really much you can do, obviously. CT side Inferno, when you just have USPs, your options are so limited. So you basically just have to choose. All right, do we play contact on the site? Do we push down? So they do opt to just back up, play together. They are going for the cheeky boost, but not really.
They're thinking about it. They're just trying to figure out what's something fun we can do here on our 5-man stack. Now, EG find it very unlikely they're going to walk into this. They have a ton of time left. In rounds like this, generally, you send somebody to scout in and just sort of feel it out. See, okay, where are they stacked? Let's make sure we don't run into a stack. Get the information. It's either taking top middle control. Smokes come out towards B. No one's actually scouting out for info just yet. They are just grouping up towards A, though. Maybe they have a read on how 00Nation likes to play their eco rounds. Maybe they just feel like going A. We'll never really know, but regardless, this is going to be the A play, and 00Nation stacked at B, so there's not really a whole lot going on.
Nah, you just walk in. The welcome mat's been put down. EG have got muddy shoes. They're not going to care.
No.
Quite rude.
So what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. What have you been thinking of? What's been cooking up in your grey gears?
Well, I was looking up some cool Romanian facts since we are here in beautiful Bucharest.
What did you learn?
Well, nothing, but I did know that the heaviest building in the world is actually in Romania.
Wow.
Yeah, and not just because Maui stinks at the hotel either.
I bet he certainly helps though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
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 God damn. Weighing everyone down. Is that just his head with all that knowledge?
No, it's because I always have to carry him in games.
Ah, there he is. Revved up for that one. Oh, can't be doing that. Well, that's not really acceptable, is it?
It's not ideal. I guess it was relatively humane. It was quick.
Yeah, fair enough. He did explode into a ball of feathers.
But I think because you heard the noise when it died, I think that means that it felt something, so that's not what you want.
No, not at all. Not at all.
If it has time to do that.
Squawk.
Yeah. I was going to say squeal, but it's not really a squeal, is
No,
it?
it is more of a squawk.
Yeah, squawk's a better
I
word.
think that's the bird term.
Yeah.
Did you know as well, chickens are the only animals that experience REM sleep?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Really? What do you think about, well, dolphins sleep with only half their brain at a time.
Yes.
That's like kind of a version of REM sleep, really.
Pretty similar.
Yeah, because their eyes are definitely moving.
Mm-hmm. Just the
Rapidly,
one.
even.
Just the left
That
eye.
would be pretty funny if
Yeah.
half their brain sleeps. They just,
It just turns off half the body. They can only go right. They're just going in circles forever. Someone's got to help this dolphin. He's causing carnage. There's an absolute whirlpool coming in. Imagine that. All the dolphins fall asleep at once. Just causes a typhoon.
All of their migration patterns are determined based on which side of their brain sleeps at a time.
That would be genius. Good stuff so far, though, from EG. You've got a good lead to play with, and now as well, with Archside just being completely open, they can capitalize. You've got all the map control in the world.
Yeah, they pushed right into CT spawn, and you can see 00Nation is aware of the possibility. Right now, Cold Zeras, he's turned around. He's going to be watching for the CT flank. But Cirque is waiting for the short side aggression, and the player in library finds the tag on to try. That is Stewie. He gets tagged back himself, but just down to 35, and they still have CT control. And off the back of it, you can see Bomb working its way back down to bottom B. Yeah, they just want to go for the B split.
Stewie went back towards Arch. VSM gets some info because of it, and he'll be creeping his way through the library. Got to be quiet.
Yeah, good info as well, because he saw the timing of Stewie leaving, so he knows he's safe to push forward. Pushes in, he's going to find them in the back. Can't connect the spray on both. Does find automatic, though, as the op at Banana here. Cirque trying to go for the jumping off shot. Malbs is already repositioned to the car. Cirque knows it. Adjusts quickly, finds the kill onto Malbs. As Stewie gets cold as well, and that is going to just have to be the save from Leo. The timing from VSM was perfect there, Jack. He just couldn't connect the FAMAS spray.
No. Took down one. It seemed like it was going to be the double. Stewie surviving with just one hit point at the end of the round. And for Cirque as well, right? You got the bomb on your back in such an awkward angle. You're there with the AWP. It almost looked like he was about to be outplayed. That second shot was lucky.
Yeah, no, like he peeked out and you saw he still thought that he was over towards the sandbags position, but he had moved over to the car. But Malbs not able to connect that headshot instantly with the FAMAS, and Cirque with the crazy flick. If we have a replay of that, I bet that looked absolutely nutty, because he peeked out looking to the right and then killed the guy on the far left so quickly.
I don't know how his wrists still exist, man. Like, literally constant wrist breakers, especially back in the day. His mouse used to get flung all over the place.
Do you think he DMs with weights on his wrists?
You know, I've actually heard of people doing that. Like, a long time ago, it was ridiculous. UKCS, man, there was a couple of boys that used to do that. They'd be sat there with the little, like, wrist weights, and I was just like, well, this is just silly, because as soon as you take it off, it's a different muscle memory.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, no. It's like people that wear, like, ankle weights when they go cycling. It's just like, you're just hurting your ankles.
No, see, that's different because you're building the muscle.
But I don't think you actually do.
With weights.
Yeah,
the weights definitely build the muscles.
But it just puts a lot of tension on the weak ligaments.
Well, you probably wouldn't want to attach it. I'm sure there's a certain spot you put it to.
Maybe.
Because football players do the same thing with the weights on their ankles to make them faster when they're actually dribbling without it.
Well, that's fair enough.
That's kind of, I mean, I guess I don't actually know if that's true.
If you know, hit us up. Let us know. Hashtag PGL RMR.
I know people said Cristiano Ronaldo used to do it.
But not anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been following his life.
The old
really.
kickball.
Yeah, he's pretty old now.
Yeah.
Obviously, other professional football players are available.
Of course. But for right now.
Or soccer, depending where you're from. EG fans in the chat.
Yeah, true. All UNA boys. Probably got a bit of a smirk on your faces as well, because EG are making a good meal out of this game. Ooh, try. Good attempt, but not quite.
No, he flicked down. That boost can get you a freebie every now and then as well. It's not the most comfortable angle for an op because you do just see sort of the shoulders up. So it's not the easiest shot to hit. But if you can hit it, it can be that free kill. There's almost never anybody pre-aiming it. So it's relatively safe because even if you miss, you can just get away. So it's one of those ones that's very low risk. As the B play is going to be coming in, all 5 Ts grouping up here now. They do have the op here on try, but they don't have any nades, and actually the op's leaving. He's running over towards A. No, back to B.
Yeah, he's decided against it. So the Divine Intervention helping him out, luckily. And he's playing a little bit more aggro as well. He's scoped far enough away, and he can stay scoped in, so there won't be any audio cue for them. You're getting another man rotating round as well. So Cold, he's on a mission to get here, but it's Try that's being so bold. Smoke, not going to be in a position to help him. First shot goes out, that's the warning, and here comes the push because of it. Good nade into the back line as well. Mulbs just playing by pool. He's seen them duck down, but he can't hit, and he's going to be made a fool as they will hit the shots on the Kalashnikovs. And one by one, everyone gets torn to shreds. That's it. It's dead and gone.
Beautiful execute from EG. So well executed. They knew exactly where every single weakness in their smokes were. They throw that smoke in the front of the site to deny that op angle specifically. They throw the smoke into CT. They cross the pool behind the first one. Then the flashes start coming in behind them to blind anybody who's trying to play around it. They land all their shots. Breeze gets 3. That was perfect execution from EG. That was really well done. I know it's kind of an eco round, you know, like they had the op saved and the rest of them are on eco, but still.
Yeah.
If I see organization right now, I'm like, this is good.
It's a lot better.
Yeah, it's positive.
And it's the one thing we've been asking for from EG as well, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a matter of get the firepower back, you know, get Breeze fragging, get Cirque hitting his AWP shots, but get the team working together as the 5 fingers on one hand again, not being disjointed like you got digits all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sad thing for 00Nation here is because they went 1-1-1-1 so many times back and forth, they weren't able to chain any of those rounds together off the back of their eco wins. And because of that, they haven't really had any money. And so that was one of the few times we've seen the op in the hands of Try. And now we see it again. This is now going to be the full buy off the back of the save. And 14-9, this is their moment, right? They win this one now. Could potentially start getting some more rounds, but EG have built up such a bank, Jack, that it's going to be hard to break their money at any point here for 00Nation.
And that's the big talking point as well. With both of these teams being 1-1 at the moment, you need to get a victory here. For EG as well. It's the only way you're going to prove that things can be getting better.
I love that they both got flashed there and just tanked it anyways. They're like, yeah, we're just going to stay here.
Take that on the chin.
Yeah. You're not going to fight us. We're fine. B-play coming in again. I wonder if this might be just a fast pop this time. It doesn't look like they're lining up for the nades.
There's the flash, and here goes Rush, sprinting straight in, following his namesake. Mulbs will be able to hit one. Good response. He does actually clean up on the second, but Rush was still able to cause them to come unstuck. So the bomb's going to be planted. It's a 3v3, and look at the timing here.
Did he see him?
Oh. He didn't catch him, no! Oh, mate!
Oh, tragedy.
That's so rough. He had the timing, he's right behind him, doesn't see him at the corner of his eye. It all goes wrong because of it, and now you go from what could have been a 2 versus 2 in your favor to just Rush, gatting you down from the back of the site, gets a 4K. That's 20 kills for him now.
And what a round from Rush, too. The entry pathing from him was perfect. Again, there we see EG changing it up. Last round, they go for the 2-set smokes, the counter flashes, the set mollies, all of it. This time, the quick pop in. And this only works if Rush does his job. If he scales in, if he takes that space and goes forward, they can get it. And not only does he do that, he actually finds the 2 opening kills, then the 2 last ones to end it. And you guys couldn't see it because obviously we're not on camera, but when that timing happened top mid, I was almost laying on the floor. I felt so bad for him.
No, it was just ridiculous. It's one of those where you got head in hands thinking, what is going on? And right now, apparently what's going on is Leo, he just charges down mid. Leo the Lion, the claws are coming out. He's ripped his way through one. There is a quick trade, so we're back to the 4v4. Automatic pops his head up like a game of whack-a-mole. And he hits the hammer onto Try. Just 2 players left alive. This could be where it all ends for 00Nation. EG could be picking up the 16th and walking away with a win. The Stewie will find another pick towards Logs. It's just on Mulbs.
Yeah, gets the kill onto Cold. And now at this point, it's just about finding him. You don't want to... If you all group up and run in somewhere, potentially there's some crazy multi-frags that can happen. You want to just avoid that. Find out where he is. Send in the scouting parties. Now Stewie knows he's in CT spawn. Bomb's going to come in. Malbs is looking like he wants to clear him. Does he do it, though? Oh. He's brought the knife out, but it's not going to matter. Cirque does get the final kill. And so EG coming up big there against 00Nation, a team that showed they're very competitive, but EG coming in hot, picking up their 2nd win.
Yeah, Stewie might not be the wicked skeng man, but he does pick up the victory, and that's going to be the one thing that you want from a game like this. Ideal result, really, right?
Yeah.
A lot better.
Result. Yeah, 16-9. It's a big win.
It's a big win. It looks way better for them. The longer the game went on, they started to get into their groove, and we saw good signs.